Greetings and salutations. Well, I see it's time to get a haircut. In the 1800s, men would go to barber shops to get their haircut. There was a variety of styles that the gentleman of the day could choose from. The updo. A man could opt to show his curls, but the most unusual thing of the time is the way they did their mustaches. And from these pictures, the longer the better. Oh, I don't really understand how this guy was able to eat. Well, that got me thinking about people who were famous for their mustaches, like Charlie Chaplin, the great Groucho Marx, and the sly Tom Selleck. But in my opinion, the most unusual mustache belonged to Salvador Dali, the artist. Just seems like he had a lot of fun doing this mustache in different styles. What do you think? Feel free to comment below. Well, I see Salvador has picked up his newspaper to read, so I think we should go ahead and read our newspaper today. It is the Star and Sentinel from Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, dated Friday, April 21st, 1871. A gentlemanly conductor was collecting tickets from his passengers. All handed over tickets promptly except one fat old lady who sat next to the door and who seemed to be reaching down as if to get something she had dropped on the floor. When her time came to pay, she raised her head and thus addressed the blushing conductor. "I allers, when I travels, carry my money in my stocking, for you sees, nothing can get it thar, and I'd thank you, young man, just to reach it for me, as I am so jammed in I can't get to it. I forgot to get a ticket at the depot." The conductor glanced at the other passengers, some of whom were laughing at his plight. One or two young ladies among them blushed scarlet, and he beat a sudden retreat, muttering something about not charging old ladies, etc. His cash was short that day, the fare of one passenger. Humorous. Jim's lament. I met by the sullar door. Her look was cold and stern. Her eyes looked daggers into mine, and mine looked pitchforks into hern. For we had loved in days gone by. Her father said that I might take her, but alas, for my dream of wedded bliss, she up and got with a Dutch shoemaker. No more girls for me if I knows it, no more frauds my love to win. On the words of the poik, not for Joseph, and we might have added, not for Jim. I think, says Dr. John Brown of Edinburgh, that every family should have a dog. It is like a perpetual baby, and then it betrays no secrets, never sulks, asks no troublesome questions, never gets into debt, never comes late to breakfast, and is always ready for a lot of fun. Stage office, Keystone House. The Keystone House, Chambersburg Street, has been selected as the Gettysburg office for the Chambersburg and Emmitsburg stage lines. Stage for Chambersburg leaves daily at 1 o'clock p.m. And for Emmitsburg daily at the same hour. Fare received at the hotel and passengers called for at any place in town. The Kingstone House runs a first-class hack to and from the depot. Hack to hire, W.E. Myers. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're liking what you see. If you would like, check out my second channel called Life in the 1900s Newspapers. Much obliged. A farm for sale cheap. A good farm 3 miles from Gettysburg containing 100 acres with improvements for $1,600. 1/2 cash, the balance in easy payments. P.D.W. Hankey. Lost. A Monday afternoon last, the subscriber lost a memorandum book with $30 in $5 notes therein, between Bigham's warehouse and passenger depot or his dwelling. He offers of $10 for the return of the book and money. David Sterner. Change. Francis M. Buddy has taken charge of the Battlefield Hotel, recently kept by Mr. C. Snyder, having purchased a half interest in the property. A traveler who demanded his trunk at a Baltimore depot before all others and was told by the Irish baggage master that he must have patience and wait his turn, turned upon the baggage master with, "You're an impudent dog," to which he of the trunks rejoined, "And ye faith are a monkey, and it is a great pity that, when we two were made beasts, ye wasn't an elephant, so that you could have your trunk under your nose all the time." A sensible prayer. A nice young man who had changed his mind for another asked his affianced on the evening of their appointed marriage if she would release him from the engagement. She replied in the presence of the party assembled, "Yes, emphatically yes, and I am so thankful. Let us pray." When all kneeled down, the fair young girl in bridal robes prayed in a firm voice, "Dear Lord, have mercy on this new wife, while I thank Thee, O God, for my deliverance from such a fickle husband, from such a pitiable creature. I would ask Thy blessing upon this poor wife. Give her forbearance to bear the affliction of such a husband. Keep him from drink, and may he become a better man. Watch over me, our Father, and preserve me from ever again approaching so nearly to utter ruin. Give me strength to return to my home and preserve for my sex from such men." Terre Haute merchants, whose store doors are always interested by loafers, hung up this sign, "Wanted, employment for these roosters," who, thereupon, they became scarce. Thanks for stopping by. You all come back now, you hear?